Sandra here from Creating Spain, and today I'm using Surecut Slot version 4, and I thought I'd give you a little video on how to make banners. Now, banners are really useful for scrapbooking and for card making, but maybe if you've got a particular style of banner that you have, but you want to use a different style of banner to that, you can actually make your own and relatively easily. Now, it isn't that easy to draw things that are supposed to be very, very smooth freehand unless you're very used to it. So I found that by using Scal, it definitely makes life a lot easier in that regard. So I've got a few basics here already. I have my sentiment that I want to put on the banner. And I drew one rectangle and I just duplicated it so that I've got 3 of them. And again, I've got a triangle. Now this is going to be the main part of our banner, and these 2 bits here, in fact I only need one of them thinking about it. This is for the tail end of the ribbon. So I'm simply going to shorten that like so. There we are, nothing complicated. I'm going to take the triangle and I'm going to rotate it using the position and size tab. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to line it up so that it is in the center, like so. And then I'm just going to move it over until I get it where I want it. And that is round about it, I think. So I'm going to select both of these and go to Path, Back minus Front. Oh, it was supposed to be in the front, never mind. Go to Path, Front minus Back. Obviously it decided to put it behind for some strange reason. And there I have my tab. Now if I copy that and paste it, I get another one, and then I can use this little button over here, the flip, to flip it round the other way. And so I've got my 2 ribbon ends. Okay. So I need to decide roughly where I want them to overlap. And I'm going to go for about there. It doesn't have to be exactly where I want it, but more or less. Now I'm going to make sure these are on the same line again, so do that. And I think I've got them pretty much the width apart that I want them, so I'm going to group these. Then all I have to do is to take this and put it over the top, group the whole lot and put that to the center. So that would be my actual shape. Now, if you want to, what you can do is take all that lot and you can copy it and you can paste it so that you have it to use again for something else. Now, you can take this one and you can decide where exactly you want your ribbon to be. And then you notice, well, if you look at it on a preview, you would end up with all this lot drawn, which you really, really wouldn't want. So what you need to do is to take this one, and I knew there was a reason why I had that duplicate. You'll find out in a second. Take this one and bring it to the front, then take, oops, I didn't decide to do it. Select the entire lot and go to Path, Back minus Front, and that has taken that bit out. And now you can slide the other one into place, and all you need to do is make sure that it is centered from, oops, those are supposed to be grouped, they weren't supposed to have done that. Hold on, let's take this out of the way and make sure these are grouped. Okay, right, there we go. And now put this one down to the correct level And I'm just going to make sure that it is centered by clicking on that button there to center it. And so that is what you would be printing. And if you look at the preview, okay, at the moment it shows the printable. If I show cut lines, it would still show them as cut lines, but that depends on the setting that I put over here in the tools. Okay, so all the lines are still there, but this bit is able to be drawn in front of these without those little corner lines on. Okay, we've negated those corner lines. Now, I know I could have done it with the eraser, but that causes some other issues, so I found that this is the easier way of doing it. Okay, now take this little lot and group it. Now, if you want to cut just the outside line, what you can do is go to the effects, go to the shadow layer, and you can either put a blackout, not blackout, get my tongue out of a knot. You can either put a little extra size on it, or you can have it cut exactly the same size as that. But if you go to outline only and then click OK, you'll find that you have your outline ready to be cut. So you can set that to do a print or a draw, and then you can have this set to a cut line, and one on top of the other, you'll be just fine. Okay. So I'm going to line these two back up, and for very good reason, which you'll find in a moment. Okay, so those are all lined up together. Just going to shift this into place on top of there. Now, the reason why I put the happy birthday in now is because I'm going to make this a slightly different shape. I'm going to put an effect on it. And if I don't put the happy birthday in, if I try and put in the wording afterwards, it's not going to fit. So you need to select the entire lot, like so. And then you can go to the effects, and you might decide you want, for example, a wrapper. Okay, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this and paste it, so I've got another one to show you. Just make a spare, there we go. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to go to the effects, and I'm going to go to the wrapper. And you can alter these numbers up and down till you get the effect that you like. I quite like that effect, so I'm just going to click OK. And there we are, it has changed the shape for me. And if I take this apart, hang on a second, ungroup, I've now got my outline, I've got various bits, they're all completely separate if I want them to be, and my happy birthday. I can do exactly what I like with those particular bits, or I could keep them all put together. The choice is mine, but I've got all the various components that I need. Now the other option is, now let's see, where are we? It is, now here we go, wave. So you can do that, for example, and get another effect. And of course, you know, the letters wave along with it. That is the beauty of this. Okay. So you can play around with the effects, but if you keep the basic thing, first of all, then you can adjust it to your heart's content afterwards. You don't have to redraw everything, because you can obviously resize this, you can make it wider, narrower, shorter, whatever you want to do. But it is a decent file type to keep, and then it'll save you time when you go to do your card making or your scrapbooking. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.